We are celebrating a wonderful festival, the Giant Omelette Celebration in downtown Abbeville. It got started when a group from Abbeville met a group from Bessières, France on an airplane, and they were invited to check out a giant omelette that they were holding. And some of the people went there, came back, and decided to bring it to our beautiful city.
My dad was Chamber of Commerce president, and they twinned with a city in France. And when he was over there, he met some of the people from Bessières, France, and went to see their omelette and decided that we could do it here because we are a French-speaking community.
Now tell us about the original origin of the omelette. We understand it goes back many hundreds of years.
Yes, Napoleon was going through the countryside and his soldiers were starving. And so he goes through this small town called Bessières, and they were poor people, they were peasants, and the only thing they had to offer were eggs. So they made a giant omelet for his soldiers, and they continued the tradition every year from that time.
This is the only omelette celebration that is held in the United States. We are a member of a worldwide conferee. There are 6 other omelettes around the world. Whenever we do our festival in November, we invite members from the other conferee cities to come and cook with us, and we actually house them and give them a great cultural exchange.
What are the other countries around the world that celebrate the Giant Omelette celebration?
Well, Bessières is the mother country, and there's another town in France called Fréjus. There's Malmedy, Belgium. There's Granby, Canada. Piguet, Argentina, and in New Caledonia.
And what do all those communities have in common?
We all speak French.
Good evening, my name is Christine. I'm coming from Bessières in France, and it's first time for me to be here in Louisiana, and the festival is wonderful. In my city, in Bessières, the festival is also wonderful, but much more small, because it's a little town with 2,000 people living there, and we also have a lot of fun, of course.
Tell me about the festival in your city.
Le festival se passe le lundi de Pâques à Bessières. L'omelette est plus grande, elle fait nous mettons 15 000 œufs dans l'omelette.
Et de la graisse de canard.
Avec de la graisse de canard, de la musique, de la ciboulette aussi, de la ciboulette. Et l'ambiance, c'est à peu près la même, mais avec c'est beaucoup plus petit comme village. Et ça amène 5 ou 6 000 personnes qui viennent manger de l'omelette et partager la fête.
Yeah, what she said was that the omelet in Bessières, in her native city, is a little bit smaller than this as a city. They do cook more than 50. They cook 15,000 eggs at one time, and there are in attendance from 5,000 to 7,000 people. The ambience, the atmosphere is similar to this. They have a very good time, and they love coming over here. Maggie, comment est-ce que vous avez commencé votre omelette géante au Malmedy?
Bien voilà, ce sont des gens de Bessières qui sont venus à Malmedy et qui ont proposé de faire une omelette, comme c'était un pays francophone. Donc voilà, l'omelette a commencé comme ça il y a une petite vingtaine d'années.
In English, some of the people from Bessières, France, invited some people from Malmedy to go by and see one of their festivals, and they were interested in how it started, and so they got together and started their own festival in Malmedy.
Ask her what she thinks about her trip to Abbeville and this year's omelette.
Qu'est-ce que tu penses à ta visite à l'omelette cette année et l'omelette de cette année?
C'est fantastique. Il y a une très bonne ambiance, j'adore. Le temps est magnifique comparé à chez nous où il fait froid actuellement. Les gens sont très sympathiques. Je remercie tout le monde.
Well, first of all, she thanks all of the people. She says she loves it. The atmosphere is just great. The people are so friendly, and the weather is just great, she says.
What do you think of it so far?
First of all, the people are wonderful. We had a nice welcome for everybody. People are very warm for us, and the festival is, I enjoy, I love it.
What does she think of the festival here in Abbeville?
Maggie, qu'est-ce que tu penses? Tes pensées de l'omelette géante ici à Abbeville? Et combien de fois est-ce que tu es déjà venue?
Cela fait la 5e fois que je viens. Je prends toujours un réel plaisir à venir à Abbeville parce que les gens ici sont très accueillants. Il y a beaucoup d'amitié et ici, l'amitié et l'accueil prend tout son sens. Franchement, je pourrais venir toutes les années, je n'hésiterai pas, je reviendrai.
Maggie says this is her 6th time coming, and c'est le 5e ou 6e? Her 5th time coming, and she could come every year. She loves coming to Abbeville. She loves the friendship, she loves the hospitality, and she says truly this is the festival that she misses the most.
What's your reaction to the festival and how it's grown over the years?
I think it's wonderful. I'm so proud of my dad for starting this and everybody helping to keep it alive all these many years. More people than I've ever seen and so many crafters that come, and one of my college roommates are here today that I hadn't seen in ages to watch it go on. It's really special.
It's grown a lot, although it is not one of the top attended festivals. It's a great family festival, and we like to keep it small and quaint and very intimate. Yesterday we had the art show, and we had tractor contests. We have today antique cars. We have great music, great food vendors. We'll have a little procession to the skillet, and we're going to cook the omelet, the 5,029 egg omelet this year in honor of our 29th anniversary. And alongside that, we have a children's omelet. So we actually have the younger members of our organization that cook a small omelet. That's about 600 eggs. The procession of the chefs and the eggs and the bread are to actually greet everybody and welcome them to our omelet. So that's a really nice part of our festival as well.
Tell us a little bit about what's involved in cooking the omelet.
Well, we, of course, cook it with love. We have chevaliers in our organization that have moved up to the status of being able to cook, and so they will be stirring up the eggs, which actually become scrambled eggs, and we serve it free to the public. But we put lots of great ingredients, including Louisiana crawfish and Tabasco pepper sauce.
The cooking, of course, begins with a wood fire. It takes a couple of hours to get the sand pit built because we don't want to burn the pavement, and then we stack the firewood on it, which takes about another hour. Then once we light the fire, it takes about 3 hours to get a good bed of coals. We have stored wood fire for the past year, curing it so that it will smoke as little as possible and give us the most BTUs. It's very important to get the fire just at the right temperature because cooking the eggs is a rather slow process.
We start about quarter till 2, and I guess we have about 10 more minutes to go. And after that, then on the pot, the cooking takes probably about 45 minutes.
We have these large paddles that we stir the omelet with. The omelet, the skillet is put on the fire, and then we have probably about 15 people that walk around the skillet and stirring the skillet the whole time it's cooking.
How long are the paddles and what's involved?
Okay, they're right at 8 feet long, and each one of the chevaliers, the cooking member, they the ones with tall hats, they're the ones that actually do the stirring.
We're putting the skillet on the fire now, okay? We're maneuvering it in to place it on the fire.
And you're using a forklift to do it. How heavy is that?
Oh, I'm going to guess about 1,200 pounds.
How do you know when the fire is ready to go?
Just the feel of it. I've been doing this for like 28 years, and I just have a pretty good idea when the fire is about right.
And it looks like it's ready to go now.
It is. We will find out real quick as soon as we put the butter in.
How hot is that skillet when it's ready to go?
Probably 200 or 300 degrees.
What do you think of the entire festival?
I think we have the most unique festival in the United States. It brings a whole lot of people together. Everybody here gets to be a part of it. Rather than us being the spectacle, we have everybody participating in it. And it's just unique. I feel very, very privileged to be a part of it.
All right, what are we doing now? Turn around and look. What are we doing now?
We're putting the butter. We're putting the butter in.
Why is the butter important?
The butter, of course, helps oil the skillet. It adds taste to the eggs, and it keeps us from burning them. Then we put onions, bell pepper, and we saute everything, mix it up good.
We've just put in our 52 pounds of butter and we're sauteing the vegetables. We've got some great onions and bell peppers in there now, and we're trying to keep it stirring, keep it going.
How long does it take you to prepare all the ingredients?
Ooh, the ingredients probably have started been preparing by last week, I would say probably. We started cutting bell peppers and onions.
What comes next?
What's next is we'll put the egg ingredients in, stir it really slowly, dance around a little bit, and we'll have an omelet in no time flat.
You got quite a crowd here today, too.
Yeah, we do. We're welcoming visitors. I've already started working the crowd, and there are people from all around, close and far.
Pretty soon it's going to be time for the crawfish. Tell us the significance of the crawfish.
Well, all of the omelets around the world put in something very local. What we do here in Abbeville, Louisiana, is put in Louisiana crawfish and Tabasco pepper sauce.
How much crawfish do you use?
We use about 15 pounds of crawfish in our big omelet, and then we also put a handful in our small omelet for the children.
And what about the Tabasco?
The Tabasco pepper sauce, you'll see that's really a ceremony. The Tabasco girls will be dipping the sauce in. I'm not quite sure exactly the measurements, but it's a process.
The omelet consists of 5,029 eggs this year. Every year we add an egg, and it's cooked in a 12-foot diameter skillet, stainless steel skillet on an open fire, a wood-burning fire, and we have the key ingredients are the eggs, of course. We have milk, onions, parsley, onion tops, and main ingredient is crawfish.
And this is our 29th year, so we have 5,029 eggs. We start out with butter. I think we have 5 pounds of butter, 2 gallons of cooking oil, and we saute that, get that melted. Then we add onions, bell peppers to that mixture, let the onions caramelize, and then we put the eggs in, the 5,029 eggs, and start to that. And after that gets the eggs are already seasoned. I might mention they have salt and pepper in them already, and we pour them into the big pot and let it cook and cook. And when it's just about ready, we throw onion tops and parsley in, and we have the Tabasco girls adding some Louisiana Tabasco sauce and our good McElhinney Tabasco sauce.
How many gallons do you think all those eggs made?
About 65 gallons.
65 gallons of omelet.
Right, yes.
Now that they're stirring it, how long is it going to take to cook?
I would say 30 minutes or so, okay? They were real cold because in order to provide safe eggs, we keep them at 40 degrees. We keep them as cold as possible. So it'll take a little while to warm them up before they start cooking. So, but once they start cooking, it only takes about 15 minutes.
And how do you know when the omelet's ready to go?
It will start to come together. It won't be in a liquid form anymore, and it'll start kind of getting a firmer consistency. And we just tell by the consistency when it's time to take it off the grill.
How does it feel to have representatives of France and Belgium here?
It's a wonderful opportunity to be able to share our culture with them, and in return they have invited us to visit them at their omelets. So it's great. It's great to have people from everywhere around the world.
Tell me how it tasted.
Oh, I like very much. It's very good.
Oh, it's delicious, perfectly cooked.
It is awesome. It's not dry, it's juicy, it's seasoned just right. It's awesome.
You can kind of taste the crawfish and the bell pepper and the onion, but it's really good. It's always real good.
It's just like I like it. It's not overcooked. It's delicious. You get the subtle flavors of the seafood in it and just the right amount of seasoning. It's really good.
The omelet is amazing.
It tastes wonderful. I had some of the gratin part from the bottom, and it was excellent.
It's delicious. It's always delicious.
What's the best part?
I would have to say the crawfish.
Bell peppers, onion, crawfish. It was delicious.
The onions and the crawfish.
What do you think of the omelet celebration?
Oh, it's very nice place. It's the first time we came from France.
What do you think of the omelet celebration?
Oh, it's great, man. It's the first year I've been here, and we love it.
We normally come every year, but les à la bon temps roulé.
It's pretty neat. It's cool with all the people from different places.
I think it's a great tradition. I definitely think it's a great tradition.
I think it's fun having everybody come out here and celebrate it.
What do you think of the entire festival?
Oh, it's great. It's great. Family oriented. It's one of the nicest festivals they have in the Southwest.
What's your favorite part of the festival?
I really enjoy the Mass, which was held this morning, because it's a place where all of our omelet countries come together, the people that have come here from other countries, and we actually sing the national anthems of each country in the Mass. And I just feel like that's a really nice way for everybody to come together.
Every part of the day is fun, really. I guess the main thing is the serving of the omelet, because I'm in charge of serving the omelet.
My favorite part of the celebration is just meeting the people that come to Abbeville to see the spectacle.
The camaraderie and meeting our guests. I've hosted guests over other years. I'm also knighted in Granby, Canada, and New Caledonia. So I am a chevalier over there in those countries as well.
Why is it important that the French culture and language be preserved in Louisiana?
It's part of our lifestyle. My grandparents only spoke French. So I think it's wonderful. My grandchildren are learning French in elementary school now, and so they're going to carry on the traditions that our grandparents started so many years ago.
It's important that the French history and the heritage be preserved because it's being lost, and this is one of the very few festivals or, things that we have that keeps them alive, because the young people, that we aren't really keeping in touch with that, and this closes the gap in between, our French history and what it is now.
Because it's our heritage, it's what we are and who we are, and it's to let people across the world know that we're a friendly people and we're here for the love of people.
Because the hot sauce is from Louisiana.
I think it's important because a lot of people speak French around here, and they eat a lot of food over here.
It's important to me because it's a part of our heritage. It's very important for the city of Abbeville and for us all as friends. It's known as the giant omelet of friendship.
What, are you coming back next year?
Maybe so.
Yeah, I have to. My little boy's one of the chevaliers.
If people have questions like more information about the celebration next year, what should they do?
They should first check out our website, www.giantomelette.org. That's giant, OMELETTE.org. Lots of great information there on the Contact Us page. They can get in touch with anyone that they need to.